Hey, y'all. Hey. All right. So if you can hear me, let me know. Type in the chat. I can hear you if you are tuning in live with me. And if you are not tuning in live with me and you're catching this on replay, let me know you're catching this on replay. So you already see the title. Customers won't accept confusion. Why do we expect employees to? Right. So let's get into it. Okay. Let's get into this. Is a topic that has been giving a little cause for a little commotion. So I want to talk about it. We don't expect customers to accept confusion. And we, on every front, as an industry, as businesses, strive to create clarity because we understand that a confused buyer is not a buyer. However, there seems to be a disconnect between how we treat customers and how we treat employees. And so the thought came from this because when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, we don't expect customers to accept, and they won't accept confusion. Never. However, we expect employees to accept confusion and even thrive in those type of environments. As a matter of fact, we go as far as to put in job descriptions as if it is a badge of honor, must be able to deal with ambiguity. And yeah, I know I'm a little spicy, but that's not a badge of honor to be able to deal with uncertainty in strides, right? As an organization, our goal as leaders should be to create clarity and create vision and lead with from a place of vision and a place of clarity in order to empower employees to drive our visions forward so that we're able to make impact. And so I would caution, right, when we are creating these job descriptions and when we are talking about employee experience, especially since we put so much onus and we put so much attention, we give so much attention to customer experience. And we're saying, we want to have an amazing customer experience, but our employee experience strategy is non-existent or lacking. That creates a trash customer experience because a employee without vision, without being empowered and without being skilled is never going to treat a customer with the results that you're looking to get from your customer experience, not because they don't necessarily want to, but because you're creating an environment in which they have no ownership. They are not empowered. They are not skilled. And so as I was sitting and thinking about this, I was thinking about how it's so important as leaders when we think about creating environments in which we are saying, hey, we want to have a great customer experience. The core of that needs to be, we also think about having a great employee experience. And that starts with skilling. Okay, that starts with making sure that our employees are equipped. Equip equals skilling. Okay, because if I don't have the skill, then I don't have the confidence to show up the way I need to show up for the customer. All right. And so many times we are looking at our customer experience results, right, from a CSAT perspective or a net promoter perspective. And we're saying, hey, we could improve here. What you really should be looking at is how am I equipping my employees? Do they have the do they have the competency that would breed the confidence through equipping? All right. Because when we have competency, we are confident and we show up differently as employees, as people, period. And so many times when we are looking at our CSAT or net promoters or whatever the thing is that you're in your organization judging your customer experience by, it can be tracked all the way back to poor equipping. Okay. Poor equipping, meaning poor skilling. So one of the key things that we have to, as a matter of fact, I was doing a talk, and I was talking recently about a survey that I did in a group of over 30,000 agents. Only about 1,500 of them responded to the survey. And I asked the question, hey, do you guys like your job? And if you do, why? And if you don't, why? And to my surprise, one of the number one things that popped up as a result, right, was skilling. Hey, I like my job because I am equipped. They take a lot of time to do training and development. Or I don't like my job because I'm ill prepared. Right. It's on this on the fly. Everything's changing here and there. I'm not equipped. I'm not skilled to have the competency that the organization expects me to have, and then has the nerve to grade me on it from a quality perspective, have the nerve to then mark me off from a quality perspective. And they don't even have the mechanism. Right? We don't even have the mechanism to train me to make sure that I have the information that I need. And again, the competency to be confident to show up for their customer. So number one thing, okay, I would challenge you on is to think through, how am I as a leader or as an organization, when I say, hey, I want to have an amazing customer experience, how does that customer experience, what am I doing to equip and skill my staff? First thing. Second thing is empowering. So many times we use these words interchangeably, equipping and empowering, as if they are the same thing, and they are not. You can have someone who is well equipped, but they are not empowered. Okay. Empowered simply means that they have the authority, the ability to act on the knowledge that they have. Right. All of us have been in a situation where we've walked into a retail location, or we've pulled up to a place. We were trying to get service on a particular thing, and the employee is well skilled. They understood what the challenge was, and they could do something about it. However, they were not empowered. They did not have the authority. They had to go and ask a supervisor to give us the credit, or to reship the part, or whatever the case may be. And so we trust our employees to be skilled, but not empowered to do anything. And so this causes a disengagement in our organizations, because if I am skilled and you trust me enough to talk to your customers, be customer facing, yet and still I can't do anything about the customer's issue, then this causes a disengagement, which is the third thing. Right now, we have to figure out how to engage our employees and our staff in a way that allows them to take ownership of the interaction, allows them to take ownership and have stake in the game when it comes to, hey, I can actually do something about this. And so equipping, empowering, and engagement are three things that I see organizations, when we're talking about wanting to have a really good customer experience strategy, right, that is going to impact. Why do we want to have great customer experience? Because it's going to impact our revenue. It's going to impact our efficiency. It's going to impact our brand culture. Right. And all of those different things, that is really important. So when we are thinking about, hey, where are we trying to get to from a revenue standpoint? Where are we trying to get to from a profitability and efficiency standpoint? Where are we trying to get to from a systems and a process perspective? All of this around employee experience. We're not just talking about employee experience because we don't have nothing else to talk about. We're talking about employee experience because it ties into all of those different things: your revenue, your efficiency, your culture, right? Creating these brand ambassadors inside of your organization. So again, it's something that, I see organizations talk through, and I'm commonly asked this question around, hey, what should we be thinking about when it comes to improving our customer experience, how that ties to the employee experience? Well, this is what your employees are talking about. may not be showing up on your surveys, depending on how you're asking the employee questions, but this is certainly what they're talking about in online forums. Okay, so I thought I would stop and share that information with you today because I, want us to get it right, right? I want us to get it right because at the end of the day, we're not talking about customer experience. We're not talking about employee experience. We're talking about a human experience. We're humans having an experience. And as long as we're living, we should be having the best experience and contributing to the best experience, not only for ourselves, but for the impact in the advancement of other people. And I think that that's super important. I hope that this was helpful to you. And if you have questions, if you have another topic that you would like me to cover, don't hesitate to reach out. I am Juanita Coley, affectionately known as the Contact Center Whisperer. Until next time, y'all, we go be great and let's make impact. See y'all soon.